Friends, this is another tutorial to a second part of the first part, which I configure the IP addresses on the different interfaces, that is on the computer and the three routers. So, but still at that, PC0 cannot send packet to PC1 because the route has not been defined. And in this exercise, we are going to look at how we can define static route using Packet Tracer GUI. So without any waste of time, let's begin. First of all, PC0 can ping its gateway, which is this router. Gateway represents the router. So let's see that. We have to check those factors to make sure everything is good before we can begin. So ping 192.168.10.1. So you see, it can ping, is responding. It sent, it received 4 packets, and 4 packets were sent, 4 received, meaning that none of them was lost. So let's check the same for this side. So let's ping the gateway there. Ping 192.168.20.1. So that is the gateway. That's the IP address of the router. We serve as a gateway on the computer. So if the computer wants to talk out of its local network, it will have to talk to the gateway where the packet needs to go. Then the gateway will direct the packet to the destination, following the static route that we are going to define. So you can see that it can ping its gateway. It can ping its gateway. So we send 4 packets and we receive 4 packets. So we are good there. But if we try to ping, let's say we want to ping this computer here, you see that it will be unreachable. Ping 192.168.10.10. So that's the IP address of this computer. So it's .10, this 10 here. So it will be unreachable from PC1 to PC0. So it's unreachable. The reason is because the default gateway doesn't know where to send the packet because the route has not been defined. The moment we define the route, then it will understand where the packet is going. So it's like you are living in a city, right? And you want to send a packet somewhere. You want to send a mail somewhere. It goes to the post office. You have to say, okay, I'm sending here. Then the post office will take it from there and say, oh, this packet need to go here. And it will direct the packet to the destination. So that is how it works. So now we are going to define the packet based on the information, the IP address we have. So let's say that the PC0 want to send information to PC1. How does it do that? It will send it to its gateway. The gateway will then send it to this, this router will then send it to this router. This router will send it to this other router, and this router will send it to this PC. And this PC will follow the same way to give feedback, like that, and finally here. So these are the different networks that are, right here we have 4 different networks. This is one, and this is another one. This is another one, and this is another one. So we have to define those networks. That's what we call network ID. Okay, so we are going to define the network ID. So let's start with router 0. So we want to define a static route. Let's come to static here. Network ID. Network ID want to send a packet to computer, this computer, let's define that from here. We'll put the network ID of this network. So 192.168.20.0. So 0 now represent every network in this network. So anything that is this network, any computer or device that connect to this network will be able to receive information sent to them based on their network IP address. So now that we have defined this, the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Now, our next hop, right? Next hop is this interface here. The interface on this router facing this router here is our next hop. So let's define that. So we say 10.10.1 and .2. So it's the IP address of G0/0. So we add that. Invalid address, enter. Let me see. Oh yeah, see why? You see, instead of putting a point here, we put 25, so that's why it failed. So let's correct that. Okay, .255.0. So you have to, pay attention to this so that you can easily identify the error quickly. Now, we have added that route, but yet it can send here, but we don't yet have this route. We have this network, but this cannot talk to this one because there's another network here that need to transmit that information. So we need to add that network as well, okay? So we come here, we define the network ID of that network, which is 10.10.2.0. You see that? Now, but this network ID have a different subnet mask. This is /30. So what we'll have here is 252. So I will find time to like do just the IP subnetting and so that we know exactly why 252. But in this tutorial, we are focused on static routing. So now, this one still remains the next hop because even if to reach this network, you have to pass here. So we add that. Now, if you ping this router here from here, you will see that you have a response. Let's try that. Let's try that. Wanna ping that router? Ping. Oh, I mean, how we're gonna figure out why? Okay. I know why. So we have to define here in this router as well. So we have defined this information in here that send it here, but this router doesn't know the information of this router. So we need to define that network in here. So in here, you see, it doesn't understand, so it cannot reach it. So we are going to define at this point here, this router need to give feedback here. So for this router to give feedback to this network, let's define that. 192.168.10.0. So it's this network we are defining, network ID. for this network we're defining. So 255.255.255.0. And what is the next hop? The next hop is this interface here, jig 0/1, which is 10.10.1.1. That is it. .1.1. So we add that. Now, if we ping, we'll get a response. Let's try that again. So you see, we can get the response now because the two routers understand each other. They can now receive and respond. So we send 4 packages and we receive 4 packages. Okay, so pay attention to that so that you should be able to figure out why something is not working, so you know the important information it needs. But still at that, this computer cannot ping, PC0 cannot ping this because we still have this network pending. Because this network pending from this router cannot send information here. So we are going to add that information in here. So for the router 1 to send information to router 2, okay, we need to define the network in here. So 192.168.20.0. That's the network ID. Now, the subnet mask is okay, but the next interface is this 2 and then .2. So it's 2.2. Okay. So for this router to send information to this computer, it will have to send it to this interface here first before it can be sent here. So that's why we define this next hop to be the address, IP address of this interface. Okay, so we are going to add that. Now that is added, we can actually ping. Let's see if that will work. Let's see if we can ping. I don't think, because this will need to understand how to route the information back. So this computer will need to understand how to route the information back, meaning that we need to come in here and put the route, the static route as well. So let's come here and define it. I hope we are understanding the principle. Let's come here. So at this point, we want to send to this point, to this computer PC0. We'll have to define the network where computer PC0 is using, right? .168.10.0. That's the network ID of that network. We define the subnet map 255.255.255.0. Okay, but next hop is this one, jig 0/1. Okay, that's our next hop. That's the way it will pass. That's the way it will pass. 10.10.2.1. That's our next hop. We add that to the table. Now, we need to add this network as well. So let's do that. 10.10.1.0, and then we'll need to add the subnet mask. That will be 252. Okay, and the next hop is this very one. So inner information will have to pass here before it goes somewhere. Let's add that. Let's add that. Thank you. Now we can ping from both sides. Let's try that. Want to ping PC1 from PC2. 192.168.20.10. So you can see now we have ping PC1 and we send 4 packets and we receive four packets. So nothing is lost. Let's do same from PC1 to PC0. And 2.168.10.10. So you can see that our traffic is routed with no issue. We send we send 4 packets and we receive 4 packets and 0 packet lost. Okay, so we have completed the setting the static route using GUI. So I'll be coming up again with another tutorial on how to set it using the CLI on the router. So please watch out for that. Like and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and bye-bye.